Hey everyone, I thought I would sit down and do a Q&A, and if you hear a bunch of trucks and a bunch of traffic, it's because I'm in a pilot parking lot. Say that 5 times, pilot parking lot. So, it's just real van life. I can't do anything about the noise, and I wanted to get this done, and so I just figured I would sit down and do it. So, yeah, if you hear the noise, it's just a bunch of semis going by me. So what a difference from the peace and quiet from the middle of nowhere last night at that campground to now a slap in the face to reality of van life, back to a pilot parking lot. So I went and got some of the questions you guys asked me. So sorry if I look over here, but I have my computer here with the document that I copied the questions on. So yeah, I haven't really read any of them. You can pull questions from the list of comments. And so I just copied and pasted them because I kind of wanted to be able to just answer them like off, like from my heart or whatever, instead of having to think about them. I mean, they aren't too in-depth, but anyway, so the first one. The one thing that scares me the most is finding a place to sleep each night. How and where do you find a safe place? So, I think when I started, I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was, which is interesting because I guess that you would think it would be easy. But here's the thing too. I wanted to boondock. I wanted to park for free overnight as much as possible because I'm trying to save money. So if that's not your issue, then you won't have a problem because there are a lot of RV parks or campsites that you can go to pretty much anywhere you are and park there. But if you want to boondock because you're trying to save money, that's where that comes in. Because what I would say too is, like you saw, my best friend, what I realized when I left was that like a Loves or a Flying J or a Pilot, Loves is my favorite, are going to be your best friends. Plus you can take a shower there and do your laundry and feel safe. And so, but here's the thing, it's not scary. I'm not scared anymore. And I wasn't really scared. It was just more the anxiety of trying to find a place because I always want to find a place before it gets dark out because I want to be parked and settled before then. And so that is the hard part. But, for my trip, mine's a little different because, I just got on the road and started driving. I just knew I was going to Phoenix because I was going to do the NASCAR and I had to be there by that Saturday. So I just drove and kept driving. But if you're really making a plan, you can plan that out wherever you're driving to. You can get the Loves app or a Pilot app or Flying J app or, on TripAdvisor, or I think there's one called Trippy, and you can plan that out and see what is on your route and campgrounds and stuff like that. So you can plan that out as you go. And it's just nice to know that there's a lot of Loves around, there's a lot of Pilots around, that you always have that option. And really, I Overlander is a saving grace because it shows you what's around, and then it even gives review. It's from real people who have stayed there, about what it was like staying there, if it was quiet, if it was noisy, stuff like that. And other places too. Like I said, I stayed at casinos a lot of times, and that's something I never would have thought about. And that was one of the safest places I stayed because they have security driving around all the time. So if you can plan it out, I would plan it out first. If you're just taking off like I did, by the seat of your pants, now you know, and now I know, like the Flying J's and stuff. And like I said, Overlander is always a good one to find a close place to stay. Plus, if you don't care about paying for camp RV sites and stuff like that, then you shouldn't have any problem. So, what has been your favorite thing about van life and your least favorite thing since hitting the road? My favorite thing, probably just all the new places now. Now that I'm more relaxed, I really enjoy it now that I'm taking the back roads. I know everybody said, take the back roads, but I was on a time limit for a lot of those first things I did. And it's funny because I got comfortable, even though I-10 scared the crap out of me. I got comfortable because at least I knew it. I didn't know what the back roads would be like, and that scared me, not knowing what they would be like, to try them. But then it was in Louisiana, I think, was when I first started taking the back roads, and now I would take the back roads any day. If I'm not on like a time limit or have to get somewhere quick, I will take the road less traveled every single time. So just know that. So the favorite thing is seeing new places now, getting to enjoy them, trying the new food, things that I would never have tried before and probably will never try again. Like if I've tried it once, like I won't eat eel again and I won't eat octopus again. But, as they say, when in Rome. And so that was, that's fun to do that. And just, I don't know, I guess knowing that I'm living life every day. Like my life is to, I don't want to say survive because, but it is kind of surviving, getting through the day and getting to where I want to be, or, moving towards where I want to be, put it that way. The least favorite thing, it's still the driving. I mean, I don't really enjoy it. Today was a really nice ride. I was on the back road. I'm uploading a video tomorrow where I was on a road today and there was no one but me, and I pulled over to show you guys. That's the benefits of taking the real back roads. But I still don't like semis going by me, but I have realized to myself, and I hope you remember this too because it took me a while to learn this, is that I have just as much right to be on the road as anybody else. And even if it says like 60 or 65 and I'm going 55, let's say, 65 doesn't mean that you have to go 65. It's just that you can't go over 65. So I have every right to drive at the pace that I'm comfortable at, other than probably like if it's 30 or something, but within reason, to be on that road. And so that's probably, like I said, now I'm used to it, but it's just the least favorite thing, and it's funny for a van lifer that's what you do. But it is my least favorite thing. Anyway, do you have a home to go back to? Nope, I don't. I let go of my home. I was renting at the time, and I sold all my furniture and everything I had. Everything I own is in my van, and this is my home. And I have 5, like plastic containers, just with some stuff I want to keep from Jesse, and then some important papers and stuff like that. So that's all I own in the world. How do you get your mail? So how I get my mail is I have a P.O. box at home in Minnesota, and my sister Sandy goes and checks it for me. I pay all my bills online. I mean, I don't have that many. My phone, my health insurance, what else? Like just a couple things. And those all get paid online. So she picks up my mail from the post office box, and then she'll let me know like what I got or if anything looks important, and she'll just text me and maybe send me a picture, and that's how I know. And then for, if anybody's curious, like for the reviews, when they sent me that all worked out because I knew I was going to be in Destin for a while, and you can have mail sent to a post office, but you have to write like general, I think it's like general mail, in capital letters over your name, so that then they know like you don't live there, and they keep it for 5 days for you to come pick up. So just so you know that. Are you planning to live full-time in your van? Yes. So after this, Friday, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Friday, you forget too, if you're in a van, you forget what day it is. Friday, I have my pre-op for my eye surgery. And I'm going to take you along that whole journey with me. Meet Dr. Galani and everything else. And then next Thursday is my eye surgery, my vision correction surgery. And again, I'll go over all that stuff, as I'm going through it. I'll tell you everything. And then, let's see. Oh, and then I'll be in the RV park because I can't drive because my vision will be blurry for like a week or two. So I have the RV park for a week. They didn't have it any longer, and so then I'll go find someplace and hunker down for a while. And then on February 9th, I fly back home to Minnesota to be with my mom while my sister and brother-in-law and their family fly off to the Caribbean, or the Caribbean, however you pronounce it, potato. And then I'll fly back to Florida and get my van. And then I may have to go get a checkup with my eyes before I leave. And then I'm heading towards the Carolinas. So yes, and then when I go home to Minnesota, I will be living in my van. And kind of doing the same thing like this. Like, I suppose, finding parking lots, or I may look for a place to park, but that's the plan anyway. Will you be doing any work along the way? So I had, if you watched me from the beginning, I had saved money to do this. And I obviously didn't save enough. I saved $4,000 to do this, and definitely not enough. It's cost a lot more than I ever thought it would. But thank goodness that this YouTube thing, and not that I can make a living off of it, but sorry, big truck, the AdSense has helped. It's kind of like filled the gap. But two, I have to pay for this eye surgery because it's not considered like, it's considered cosmetics. So insurance is not covering it. But I can't wear contacts, and I'll tell you all this or whatever. And this eye is blurry, so I've been driving cross country with a blurry eye this whole time. But anyway, let's see. So work. Oh, so, YouTube, like I said, has really like kind of filled the gap. It's nice to be getting some money coming in as I'm doing this. But no, I don't have any, because I'll be in debt when I go back, because I didn't plan to get the eye surgery right now. But since I was traveling, it all just worked out perfectly, because I don't have the time to fly here, stay here for a week or two till my eyes, because I don't have anybody to really go with me. My mom's 92 and she doesn't want to travel anymore. My daughter's in Seattle, and I just don't have that luxury of people to travel with me. And so anyway, so that all worked out perfect. So I'm actually going to go in debt paying for this eye surgery. So when I get back, I'm going to look for work. So there you go. Do you know how much it has cost you weekly, monthly to travel, to do and have a budget? So that kind of explained that I saved money. And I think everybody's going to be different. I had talked about money before, but like I said, my thing was different because, I stayed with Donna for a while, and I have like adventures that I want to do, and that was more important to me, is paying for adventures and eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, than like eating out a lot or anything. So it all depends on how you're gonna do it, like what is your interest. And like I said, with gas and the gas prices, and I traveled a lot, so it didn't work out the way I thought. I thought, I can make it off $1,000 a month, I thought I might even have money left over, because I'm a very frugal person, and that has not been the case. And I'm still trying to be frugal. But yeah, so I think that there's no way for me to really tell you because it varies, or it's varied for me. And I would just tell you from my experience. So, have you had any maintenance issues on the road? Knock on wood. Nope. But you know what? If something happens, something could happen at home when I was on the road. And then somebody drives by and you're like, hey, mister, Mrs., whatever. I need a ride in town, or, you know, I got a cell phone, I can call somebody. You just figure it out. You just like life, just like every day. Things shoot happens, and then you just figure it out. Same thing as you run into at home. Tips for sleeping, parking on the road at Walmart, and etc. I need to have a new life. Since my husband died, I do the same thing every day alone. I'd like to meet some other van lifers. Life is too short to just wither away. Yes, it is. That was Bruce's kernel of knowledge. I don't know if I want to keep my home base because I don't want to be bothered coming back and forth, checking on it. I plan to live in my van when I get it for the rest of my life, going place to place, trying to outrun grief. No, unfortunately, I don't think you can. But you know what happens is you keep them here, and then your life just becomes a new normal. Okay, so parking, you know, and again, like I just told, you know, Walmart's, Love's, all those places, very safe, you know. Well, and the thing is, you get an intuition. There were a couple, were they Love's, that I was like, no. And there was one Walmart, and that was in El Paso, and El Paso is a whole different story than any state, so we'll just won't count that. But other than that, and other than if it says that you can't stay there, I think you remember when I was in Scottsdale and I got a knock on the door and that lady said I couldn't park in that Walmart. I didn't see the sign, and then she told me to park behind the Walmart, and that's when the police officer came and said it was a sketchy area. So but if you see other vans parked there, because we all like park together, and that's nice too, because like, you know, you're kind of watching out for each other, and you know, you're kind of you know that they're there the same reason you're there, and so you're all kind of like in a group huddled together. So when you drive in, look for the vans or the semis, and they're usually all parked together. And about the grief part, yeah, I mean, believe me, I've gone through so much with, you know, my family, and it's come to a point where, you know, that's why I'm doing this, because we're all going to die someday. And I'm sure your spouse wouldn't want you to sit and just wither away. I'm sure they would want you to be out living your life and being happy until you meet again. All right. You may have covered this, but are you planning on doing your shower? That would make things easier. Yes, it would make things much easier. I'm going to show you. So I'm kind of sitting here. But okay, when I got the van, the shower works. The shower is like a handle that comes out. And this is a 2001. And I tried to find the shower curtain for this, and I could not. Okay, and I know other people have jury-rigged it, but when I left, again, I knew nothing. I mean, you know, I had watched van lifers and stuff, and I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it turned out to be. I thought, you know, I have a LA Fitness membership, and when people say, get a Planet Fitness membership, you know, you can go anywhere. Well, when you're driving just on the freeways when you're trying to get somewhere, there ain't no Planet Fitness or LA Fitness. And I haven't seen, I don't think, an LA Fitness in my whole travels. And then when you're driving the back roads, there for sure ain't no Planet Fitness or LA Fitness. The one I thought I saw Planet Fitness in Louisiana, and it really wasn't, was a Planet Nutrition. I couldn't see it with my eyes, so it wasn't even a Planet Fitness. Usually they have some like, you know, Fitness America or something, you know, it's like a one little town thing. So I have not run into, if you think that that's going to be your saving grace, unless you're going to like stay in the cities or stay where it's, you know, populated, then you'll be able to probably find those chain stores. But if you're like me, like traveling cross country, and you aren't gonna like get off the freeway and go drive, 40 miles out of your way to go to a Planet Fitness, then that's not gonna help you. But I didn't know that. So I thought I would be showering and working out every day at LA Fitness. I thought there'd be LA Fitnesses all over, or Planet Fitness. So I'm going to show you. So do you see that right there? That square thing? That is where the shower curtain goes. So when you shower in this like galleyway right here. And underneath that rug is, what do you call it? Not a plug, but a drain. Yeah, that's what they call it, a drain. And then it drains underneath. So I need to figure that out. There's a lot of things I need to figure out when I get home. Now that I've been on the road and now that I know all this, believe me, it would be a lot easier. And I'm looking forward to it because I don't want to have to search for a shower anymore. And it's the same with my fridge. Somebody else asked about the fridge. I can use my fridge. My fridge works. But again, I thought that I was going to save money because it runs off the propane, the LPG, and I knew I was going to be boondocking. So I just was trying to make it the most frugal, and I was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I was trying to make it the most frugal way I could do it to live. So that's why. And then when I get home, my friend's gonna help me figure out about the battery with the new like refrigerator I have, freezer, which I love, and just other things that now that I know what it's like will make life so much easier. And because this is gonna be my home when I move back home, but then I will have a gym next to me. So go figure. But I will be ready for my next on the road trip. Okay. Does your toilet work? Yes, thank God my toilet works. Yes, my toilet works, my shower works, my refrigerator works. I just need to get a shower curtain to figure that out, and I can turn my refrigerator on. But again, I'm gonna have to figure that out when I get home, because right now I'm just worried about traveling. I was trying to get place to place to place. There's not a lot of time, extra time. I thought I'd have all this time to read, and I'd be like, studying my cameras and doing all this. Well, when you're driving all day long, and then you stop, and then you want to eat something, and then you, doing YouTube, I have to, get footage, and then I have to edit my video and then put that up. So it's, I just saw Van City Van Life, is that what he's called? He was talking about, I have a job, and YouTube is a job. YouTube, you don't really get a day off. Even like on the weekends, I'm getting footage, and you're always thinking about, I should be getting footage of this. And so it's always like a perpetual thing. It's a 7-day-a-week, 24-hour thing, because you're always thinking about that you have to get footage to upload. And for me, I'm taking you guys, you're really along the journey with me. So I'm taking footage of exactly what I'm doing. So, that's part of it too. So that takes time. And then by the end of the night, I'm exhausted mentally from driving, even physically. And then I try and get out and get some physical. I have weights in here and doing squats in here, just trying to stay healthy after sitting all day. And like I said, mentally it's taxing, when you're driving, and sometimes it's anxiety ridden if you have a lot of traffic or bridges or whatever. Okay, congratulations on your journey so far. Traveling from Virginia down to Florida and along the coast to Texas, 2-month trip this summer. I'm nervous about bridges also. Were there a lot of big bridges? Any I should avoid? Is there any particular? And that's where there is so much information out there now. Like I said, you can find anything. You can find a trip, like you said, Trippy, Trippy, I think that's one. Again, put iOverlander, get that app. Google Maps. You have your GPS. Just research if you know specifically, like, see, because I didn't know specifically really where I was going to. I was just following my GPS. Then you can plan your trip and get to know those things. So that's what I would say. Since you know specifically, where you're going, it's like this, then you can research that stuff and find anything out and plan your stops along the way. That Trippy, and I know there's other ones, like tells you how long to drive and then tells you where to stop, and it even tells you how long to stop for and then move on. So there's so much information out there now, you won't have a problem finding out. I still wear a little makeup. I still like mani-pedis. I've noticed many nomads, not you or me, all start looking the same. They all go unnatural, it seems. What's up with that? Maybe I'm just shallow, but I'm not blind, and I know I like to look a hell of a lot better when I'm buffed and fluffed. I had to give up heels, sadly. Did they just stop carrying or what? Well, and I think too, I wear usually I have 5 pair of these like pants, and I usually wear a pair of them every day. And as far as me dressing, I like to stay I want to be comfortable, but I still want to be cute. And then and I don't wear heels either. I haven't worn heels in a long time. And as far as makeup, I'm still gonna do a makeup one. It's just that I've been traveling, so in the morning I don't have time to get the camera out and do it. But I don't wear that much makeup. And listen, I'm a professional makeup artist, so I get it, because I want to still feel good about myself, and just wearing a little makeup makes me feel good about myself. And I like to have my hair done a little bit, and I like that too. And here's the thing, I guess it's just a personal choice. Like, a lot of people are like, well, I live in a van, I don't see anybody, I don't need to wear makeup or do that. And again, I think it's like what makes you feel good. So just a little makeup makes me feel better. Me. I don't really care. I just talked in front of the camera the other night after I took a shower. On Wednesday, what's today? Well, so it's going out tomorrow. So tomorrow's video, I have no makeup on. I had just taken a shower. I just blow dried my hair. I didn't do anything. So I don't care if people see me without makeup. But when I get up for the day, and that's how I feel put together. But I will be doing, I promise, I will be doing a video. Oh, and speaking of that, someone asked me, a couple people, what I wear for lip stuff. And these are my 2 go-tos. Burt's Bees in Peony. And I was looking for this because I don't have any left. They hardly put anything in there, and I think it costs like $6. But I have used this forever, and I found one, and this is 97 cents at Walmart. It's Wet n Wild, and it's number 503C, and that's what I have on right now, and it's that. So it's kind of Burt's Bees. This is like $6. This is 97 cents. Wet n Wild at Walmart. So there you go. That's what I use. Wondering why you don't like to stay at state park campgrounds. Well, I do love to stay at state park campgrounds, but they cost money. And that one I just stayed at was $47 that I pulled in, and there was no way to pull out. And that was in Alabama, and I had just gone through that tunnel fiasco and the bridge and everything. So at that point, I was willing to pay $47, and I don't think I could have turned around anyway. But yeah, I would love to, but I'm just trying to make this as less money as I can, because like I said, with my eye surgery, I'm going to be in debt after this. And then my daughter is in college, and I'm trying to help her with some of her stuff too, because her dad doesn't help. So anyway, let's see. Oh, I thought this was kind of cute. Well, I mean, funny cute. What does "don't forget your magic" mean? And I don't think about that, because at the end of every video, and some people probably didn't see that. So if you don't know, when I was in Sedona visiting my friend Donna, that first week I got there, I was there for 3 weeks. Sorry. I was visiting for 3 weeks, and she brought me to this church, and I don't know what you called them, the pastor. It was based on A Course in Miracles, so I don't know if a pastor, we'll just say that. But when he was talking, he said, people forgot that they're magic. And that like went right here, like mind blown. That's exactly right. We forgot we're magic. And so right after that, after I would say go out, make an adventure, I just tacked that on because I thought it was so profound. Don't forget your magic. And somebody asked me, don't forget your magic, like you are magic, or don't forget your magic. And it can be either, both, up and down, all the way around, everything. Your magic. Okay, I thought that was cute. How is it sidestepping COVID in an RV? Well, I'm here by myself, and the only time like I see people is if I go to a gas station or something. And I have masks, and then when I go in the bathrooms, I don't touch anything, and then if I do, I always make sure I touch it with a hand towel, and then I have hand sanitizer. So, and like I said, I don't really see anybody unless I go into a store or something. So it's probably easier than if I lived at home and had to go to work or whatever. What is the travel app you use for info? Was it trippy? I'd like to download before I leave. So again, yep, iOverlander, Trippy was one. You can Google that, and I'm sure a plethora of them will come up. And like I said, it's just so easy now to find information like that. You just have to do a little research and just Google it. I told you that's what my daughter, she was taking college physics when she was in high school or something, or calculus. I said, Jessie, can't we Google this? I didn't know it. I don't know that stuff. Are you going to make YouTube a full-time job? If I could, I would, but right now I can't. And like I said, right now I have to get my eye surgery and then recover, go home. So when I get back in March, I plan on I hopefully starting to do makeup again. And if I could, it's so weird because you never know what you're gonna make from YouTube. I've only gotten paid once from YouTube, and that's when I was posting every day too, and it's just to AdSense, so it's not a lot. So now I post less because I only post 3 days a week, so I'm gonna make even less money. I don't, there's some people that make a lot of money all the time, and it's just right now it isn't feasible for me. I'm gonna have to, so when I go back in March, like I said, hopefully the makeup will come back. I'll still put myself out there to do the eyebrows, I do services. I just talked to the guy I worked for before. I serve people. I'm a process server, and I said, hey, if you need me when I come back, let me know. So I have to figure all that out, but I'm trying to get through this first, and then I will take care of that. So YouTube would be fun as a full-time job because I'm so I love to be creative, especially with makeup and stuff like that. I do have fitness, fashion, and beauty over 50. That was another I started that a long time ago, but I wasn't consistent because I was working on my other jobs. But if you want to check that out, I have that. And I also have something else. I already started it. I'm not going to say it right now because I think I want to start doing it again, but I don't want to. It has to do with YouTube, but I won't put that out there until I know if I'm going to get back into it or not. So, okay, that's it. And that's a lot. It's already 35 minutes. So I'm going to let you go. Okay. Let's see. Friday I have my pre-op, so I'm going to do all that. and then I will bring you along and I'll introduce you to Dr. Galani and stuff, and you will be seeing that on Monday. So, okay, go out and make an adventure, big or small, and don't forget, you're magic, okay? All right.